at REITWeek 2013 in Chicago, and joining me is John Kite, Chairman and CEO of Kite Realty Group Trust. Thanks for joining us, John.
Thank you for having me.
Earlier this year, your company bought a center that marked its first foray into the Nashville market. What made Nashville a desired market, and are there other markets that you're targeting for future?
Yeah, Nashville was a great market for us to go into. It's a very vibrant market. You probably are familiar with Nashville from the standpoint of the country and western music industry, which is very large in Nashville, but also Vanderbilt University is based in downtown Nashville, and there's a lot of ancillary business along with the healthcare industry is very big in Nashville. So it's just a very vibrant market. The suburb that we acquired the asset in is in the southern part of the market, which is very high income. I think one of the biggest things for us is we look at markets that are strong on their face, but also from a disposable income perspective. The cost of living in Nashville is quite a bit less than it would be in a lot of other markets, and the incomes are high. So that's one of the biggest things we look at is, do we think we can go into a market where the retailers are going to do well, obviously. And Nashville is absolutely one of those markets, so we're really excited about it. And I'd say we're targeting other places in the southeast, other markets in the southeast that would be similar characteristics where we'd have high average household income but low cost of living indexes. So that's quite a lot of markets in in the southeast like that: Charlotte, Nashville, Raleigh, parts of Florida. Also, we're looking at Texas and parts of the Midwest as well.
Now, your company is active in both development and obviously acquiring assets. Which do you see as the most effective path to growth in today's market climate?
Well, I think both are important to us. Development is obviously is just tough. There's a long process to getting developments done, and the returns on cost that we see in development today are still generally not as high as we'd like them to be relative to the risk associated to delivering the development. Now, the positive of that is we do have development going on, so the value creation that we have is strong because there's not a lot of people developing. So we have about $240 million of in-process development right now that we will be delivering over the next kind of 12 months in phases. So there's a lot of growth there for us, but in terms of we look at acquisitions, we did about $160 million of acquisitions in the last year. And I think right now we see a real opportunity to acquire good assets that we can add value to. So I'd say that pendulum is swinging towards acquisitions, but we still will continue to do development over time.
We've seen a strong support for the Main Street Fairness Act, which will level the playing field between traditional and online retailers. What impact do you think that legislation will have on your business and your tenants?
Well, I think look, it's the word fairness is the key here. I think the Main Street Fairness Act was needed. But it's really a fairness thing. Taxes should be a fair levy, and it wasn't. So I think the idea that we can get this done is important. I don't know that it will significantly give a boost to the bricks and mortar retailers in terms of their sales, but it puts them on an equal playing field, and it was just wrong not to be on an equal playing field. So I think overall it's a good thing, and I think that the traditional bricks and mortar retailers are doing a great job of bringing the internet into their stores. So I think they will ultimately win this battle, but they're going to be, part and parcel, they're going to be together.
Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm Carissa Chappelle for REIT.com.